Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. Today is a very special day. It's the first day of the new moon day, and also Summerfest is here, so we get our combination Summerfest new moon. But maybe we can get up to some shenanigans before that. You actually, before I get into that, a little bit of bragging. Yesterday was very good for me. You saw what happened for breakfast. Lunch, I happened to get some extra tasty chances from Dedenne. Got up to 50-50 odds before I made lunch. That went extra tasty. Unfortunately, after lunch, I needed some soybeans and some other ingredients, so I had to go ahead and swap in Golem on the team, took Dedenne off the team, was like, you know what, we've had two good extra tasties for breakfast and lunch. I'm just going to take the regular meal for dinner, and, you know, making the perk up stew is a lot better than having an extra tasty at 50-50. If I can't even make it, it doesn't matter, you know? So I was like, I'll just get the regular one. And then I got extra tasty on just regular 10% odds. So pulled off the hat trick yesterday, 1.2 million drowsy power or strength so far. So, you know, we're having a good time. We're having a good time. I'm hoping we can keep up that energy, because if we are going to make it to Master 20, we've got a long way to go. I think it's 6.9 or 6.6 million. I forget. 6.7 million, let's call it, just to make it a little easier. 6.7 million. We got a long way to go. Still need 5.5 million to get there. But it is not impossible. It's just going to be very difficult. We really got to be on the ball about everything and not forget lunch, like I almost did yesterday. So that was very lucky. But let's see what we can do today. Let's see if breakfast can be really good. That's a really good start. 14 mushrooms to start the day from Quagsire. Let's go, my guy. Oh, Dedenne, I put you back on the team this morning, hoping for at least one skill trigger. Didn't get it. That's unfortunate. We did get a lot of soybeans, though. But sadly, Golem is just barely keeping up with the amount of soybeans that we need for meals. A skill trigger there is very nice. We do need that on the team. Very good, very good. Luxray, my guy. Ooh, pot expansion. So we get a little bit of a stronger breakfast today. All right. We can work with that. Okay. Well, we've collected from everybody. I should have waited to collect from Gardevoir. I feel like all that work I did while I was gone to not collect from Gardevoir until after breakfast is just going to fall to the wayside, and I'm going to forget it. I'm going to get into recording the videos and my mind be focused on what I'm doing in the moment, that it doesn't really think about that habit I tried to build. So it is what it is, but let's go ahead and make this hidden power perk up stew. It is level 62, so that's very nice. We can throw in all these potatoes, and we can go ahead and get rid of all these apples. Ooh, you know what? Let's throw that one cocoa. Let's get rid of some milk, and let's throw in all these apples. Our mushroom stores are actually looking really good so far, so that's good. If they can stay that way, then we're in a good place. We have, what is that? That's enough for 10, maybe 12. Enough for 12. Well, after this, it would be enough for 11, which would get us through, what is that? That's like 4 days, 4.5 days. So it would get us through Thursday around lunchtime. So we might be able to swap in later on in the week. Might be able to swap in Raichu to really help push some extra strength towards the end of the week. That would be really good if we can switch to some berry gatherers once we get enough ingredients. But for now, let's go ahead and get this going, and let's see if we can get lucky again with another 10% extra tasty. That would be really nice. Come on, come on. Love me, game. Love me. The game doesn't love me. No surprise there, but you know, it is what it is. 167,598 from this perk up stew feels very, very small compared to the 3 extra tasties I got yesterday. I really kind of got spoiled with that, I guess. It was very, very disappointing to only get 160,000. But it is what it is. We're still having a good start to the Summerfest, so I'll take it. That should put us at maybe Master 4. I think it does put us at Master 4, which is also good because that means we're getting more Dream Shards for the Cram-O-Matic. Also means that we should have some really good sleep reports. But yeah, all right, let's go ahead and no, let's not do the Cram-O-Matic yet. I'm getting way ahead of myself. It feels like we've been here for 20 minutes already, and it's been 5 or 4, probably about 4. All right, 1,661 for our grand total on our sleep points from the 193 we got. And then for our daily lottery, we've got 15 diamonds. Very good. Do I want to buy this bundle? Maybe. I kind of like the idea of it. We might do that. I don't know. I was gonna go ahead and buy it just for the handy candies because we do need to invest in somebody that we need handy candies for. But yeah, I don't know. We might. Let's go ahead and jump into the sleep report though. Let's get that out of the way and I'll think about it in the background. I'll put that in the processes in the background and we'll figure that out later. But all right, this sleep report, session 690, almost to 700 sessions. Okay. All right, with 7 hours, 53 minutes of sleep. That sounds about right. Definitely did not go to bed on time. That's a lot of dozing. That is definitely a dozing sleep, but again, pseudo-balanced, so no worries. Pseudo-balanced, but it will be skewed towards dozing, and we should get a nice, like, 110 million? Something like that. 110 million drowsy power? My guess. 115. Ooh, more than I thought. 116.5 million drowsy power. Very good. Plus, we got the incense I used. Plus, we got the extra spawn from the good camp ticket. So this ought to be a very juicy sleep report, unless we get Caterpie all over the place. Hopefully not. But we did get Palmy, so there's one thing I want to try to catch. But we also have something else that showed up that is going to be a higher priority. So we've got Ekans, we've got Aeron, we've got Caterpie, Gengar, Banette, Ghastly, and Palmy. And 3 new sleep styles. All right, so let's see. Shouldn't matter which direction I go this time. Hey, there he is. There you are, buddy. Farfetch'd, my guy. Sprawled Sleep, the 1 star. All right. Of course, this is a brand new sleep style. Brand new Pokemon. All right. It's said Farfetch'd can't live without the plant stalk it holds. It never lets go of the stalk even while sleeping, defenseless on its back. Can't live without it, huh? It's like it's safety blankie. This is my safety leak. Well, there's another one. There's 2. That's good. And that is good. All right, another Sprawled Sleep. And 1 more news. Oh, 3 of them. Wow. Okay, maybe Farfetch'd is not as rare as I had thought it was gonna be. Okay. All right, well, 3 Farfetch'd. I did use a friend incense. We also got the guaranteed hungry from the good camp ticket. There we go. All right. Ekans, Ghastly, Farfetch'd. Well, you know what we're doing. Let's go ahead and feed you the premium biscuit. We're definitely catching at least 1 Farfetch'd today. No crit cap. That's unfortunate. That would have been nice, but it is what it is. Almost took it home. If only one of the others was hungry, that would have been very nice, but you know, it is what it is. All right, let's give you 1 Poke Biscuit. Let's see what happens. No big hit. That's unfortunate. Okay. All right. All right. So that means, okay, good. You're not full. Great biscuit it is. Great biscuit. That will catch us at least 1 Farfetch'd. I don't know if I actually want to feed the other 2. It seems like it very much could be a waste, to be honest. Yeah, it seems like it could be a waste. You know what? If they show up hungry again, we're gonna have to give them a premium biscuit anyway, and a Poke Biscuit to catch it, just like we just had to do with that Farfetch'd, unless I get crit cap. So we'll feed each of them 1 and just see if we get that random, like, what is it, 3 or 5% chance for a crit cap. Didn't happen to either of them. That was really dumb. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're here to catch Farfetch'd. We're going to catch them. For now, Ekans is the only other one I want to feed. I have a Haunter, 2 Gengar. I don't need another Ghastly, but I do need a Berry Finding Ekans. So that's the only other one I want to catch, but I'm not trying to spend too many biscuits on it. So unless it's hungry, I'm not going to feed it. And I would love to catch this Palmy too, but I have a feeling we're going to see a few of them this week. So we're going to wrap it up there. We're just going to take our 1 Farfetch'd. And yeah, we're going to hope that it is what I need. Let's go ahead and send out that Farfetch'd candy. And hopefully, what did we get? 21 candies from all those Farfetch'd. Very nice. It's a good start. It's a very good start. All right, 7,239 research XP for that. Not too much, but 12,486 dream shards is very nice considering how many we spent yesterday. All right, Farfetch'd, my guy, this is our first look at you. This is the first time we've talked about it on the channel because I have not seen the information until now, so I'm going into this blind. But this one is level 20 and lonely, and I see that it is AAA leak potentially, but mine is sadly leak sausage. Yeah, not what we want to see. Not what we want to see at all. So hopefully the sub skills are not great, but it does look like it's going to be inventory up L to start with. M, okay, helping speed M, helping speed S, and inventory up L. This is the fast boy with all the inventory space, and then very fast, triple inventory, triple speed. Okay. I mean, if it was AAA, it might actually be pretty solid, a pretty decent first catch. But yeah, with ABB, not quite what we're looking for. And it is an ingredient specialist, which is beautiful. That's what we like to see. AAA leaks, ingredient specialist. It's exactly what we had hoped it would be and what it always should have been. So very good. This one, sub skills are actually not bad. It's just that ingredient spread is not great. So while I'm glad that, you know, the sub skills were good, I'm glad they weren't perfect, which we could definitely work with this though, I think. While that's finishing up, let's take a look at Farfetch'd. Let's look at that ingredient finding rate. Ooh, 16% feels kind of low. But that skill trigger rate is really high. What was the skill triggers? Charge strength? Ooh. Yikes. Okay, well, I mean, at least it's the guaranteed amount of charge strength. It's not the range, but still, that feels kind of rough. It's of course a flying type, so it's on slumbering. It's ingredient specialist, like I said. Charge strength, I don't really care for at all. So if we don't get skill trigger on any of these Farfetch'd, I'm fine with that. So we really need to maximize that ingredient finding rate. So ingredient finder is a must, I think. At the very least, we need ingredient finder M with potentially we also need ingredient up nature to really get those leaks. But we definitely need AAA. So that's going to be fun. I really don't like that the skill trigger rate is so high for a skill that I do not care for at all. So that's fun. Of course, base friendship is 16 points. We saw that already. We caught one. Base frequency is 50 though. That's not terrible. This one without helping speed so far is at 43 minutes and 17 seconds. So that's not bad. At full energy, it'll be even better. So that's not terrible. Base inventory is 18. That's cool. Is it 12? I thought it increased by 14, but I think I'm mixing it up with something else. Yeah. The ingredient potential is leeks, sausage, and ginger. Is there overlap there with anything? I feel like maybe. There might be some interesting stuff there. Oh, yeah, definitely leeks and sausage, but the problem is, you probably... I would think given the rarity of leaks and this ingredient finding rate, I think the only Farfetch'd combination I am looking for is going to be AAA. Maybe ABA. Maybe ABA. I feel like AA, B, or C is not going to be worthwhile. Yeah, that's kind of what they're coming up with too, is AAA is the best, ABA is second best. Yeah, but that's all. Ooh, it's only 26 at level 60. Only 26 leaks? No. Granted, these aren't with sub skills or natures, but let's see if we get ingredient finder M, helping speed M, and inventory up L, and then we set an ingredient finding nature. Where's it at? Let's do rash, because we don't care about this main skill at all. So that's fine. Rash would probably be the best. I mean, yeah, 85 a day for AAA, 85 leaks. But with ABA, 53 leaks. Yikes. Yikes. Yeah, that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. And that's like with perfect sub skills and nature. So Farfetch'd is going to be an interesting hunt. Definitely has to be AAA to even be considered, in my opinion. Maybe, very, very much, maybe ABA, but that's only after I find a AAA. It's 53 leaks a day is just not much. That's 2 meals. Best case scenario, that's 2 meals. And I'm not even going to consider AAC. Yeah, 40 leaks a day, 70 ginger. There's no need for that. No need for that amount of ginger when you can get plenty from a decent Tyranitar. So, yeah, AAA is the only way to go, in my opinion. Of course, here's the breakdown of how Farfetch'd spawns at all the different islands. We've got the 1-star on Greengrass at Master 3, the 2-star at Master 7, the 4-star at Master 8, the 1-star on Siam Beach at Ultra 5, the 2-star at Master 4, the 3-star at Master 10, and the 4-star at Master 5. And then on OGPP, we've got the 1-star at Ultra 1, which we did make it to. We also made it to Ultra 5 for the 2-star, but I guess we probably didn't have enough drowsy power to actually get that to show up. And then the 3 stars at Master 6 and the 4 stars at Master 1. So we have a slight potential for seeing the 4-star tomorrow. It is possible, but we'll see. Hopefully by the end of today, if things go well, we'll have all of these unlocked. But we'll see. I don't know. They're worth a lot of dream shards, so I hope we do. I hope we do get them. That would be nice. But yeah, that's it's kind of how I'm feeling about Farfetch'd right now. AAA is the only way to go. Don't care for the main skill, which it had to happen. There had to be Pokemon that were gonna have less desirable main skills. They can't all be bangers. But I'm really not happy with that ingredient finding rate. It means that ingredient finder is pretty much a necessity. Just out of curiosity, real quick, 85, what if we have a speed up nature instead? What if we get not careful? Not adamant, naughty. That's the one. 85, yeah, ingredient finding nature is gonna be necessary. So yeah, that's that ingredient finding rate is very unfortunate, but it is what it is. This Farfetch'd that we caught today, 89 PR, not ingredient strength. I mean, yeah, ingredient strength, but PR is what I meant to say. Now my words are failing me. Actually, pretty solid in terms of the sub skills, but just not that AAA we're looking for. So we're gonna send that one to live with the professor, and we're gonna move on. All right, let's get up to some bigger and better things. Hopefully. Let's check that news and let's see what we've got going on. I don't believe we have new news. No, we do not, but we do have new community reports. There's going to be probably a decent amount. 35, yeah. 35 sounds good. A lot of Farfetch'd candy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, only 10 that doubled up, but that is about 25%. That's a little over, I think. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. And no level ups today. That's all right. That's all right. Okay. So, kind of sad that we didn't get our 3 sleep styles. We only got 1 and there was 3 of them, but it is what it is. All right, let's check and see how the team's doing before we get into the Cram-O-Matic. Oh, nothing from you. We should be in a pretty decent place to keep Dedenne on the team for a hot minute. We do have enough ingredients for lunch. We're not going to make lunch just yet. I will need to get Dedenne off the team and put Vikavolt back on. So that's going to have to happen. And as you can see what I was talking about, Golem is just kind of barely keeping up on the soybeans. Just barely staying 1 meal ahead, which as long as we stay ahead, that's fine. The problem is the mushrooms not getting enough to where we can really swap out Quagsire. So yeah, we might need to swap out Luxray. Unfortunately, I wanted to keep him on the team just for, well, the entire week, just for the favored berries on top of the tomatoes, but it seems like he might actually be the best one to swap out for Vikavolt when necessary. But for now, there is an investment I want to make. I do want to work on this guy, at least for the 100 candies. And we have, what is that, 84? Is that what that said? Yes. So this is going to be the one that we invest in for... Actually, hold on. We have small electric type candies? No, only mediums. All right, we'll hold on to those. So we only need, let's see, 16. So we need to use 6 of these. That'll give us enough for 100. And let's go ahead and drop all of those into you. And it eats up a lot of dream shards, but it's going to be hopefully worth it in the end. Use 100 candies. There we go. We also got you to level 35. I'm seriously considering investing to level 50 because it will be worthwhile. It will make a difference. But yeah, I don't know yet. I don't know if I want to make that big of an investment because it's also going to be very, very costly. Actually, hold on. I just noticed something. Maybe we can do a thing. Hold on. Hold the phone. Let's see, 142%, 142%, 42, 26, 42. Ooh, we can do a thing. We can swap Gardevoir out for a hot minute and let Vikavolt get some more coffee beans. There you go, buddy. Get in there, get some coffee beans. And then this lets us get our extra tasty chances for a little while as well. And once we get a few, we can swap Gardevoir back in. Or once the team's energy gets a little bit too low and it starts getting scary, then we can swap Gardevoir back in. But for now, we can at least... Hey, soybeans, nice. We can at least get some coffee beans up and running. All right. Team is good. Team is set. We made our investment. Let's play the lottery with the Cram-O-Matic. We're not going to do what we did yesterday with doing all 4 of the Cram-O-Matics. That's just way too expensive. But what I am going to do is try to be a little more strategic with my candy choice. What do I want for the future? Honestly, dark type candies would not be terrible if we could get those for Darkrai if we want to invest in him. But what is I don't even see a dark type yet that we can throw candies into this for. What are my dark type candies? Okay. Sneasel, but we want to save those candies. Houndour candy. You know what? Houndour candy might not be super useful. We're gonna do one that's just 40 Houndour candy, and let's see what happens. Come on, buddy. Come on, game. Great success. Great success. No, sad day. Did we get it? Did we at least get the dark? Wow. That's why we don't do that. That's why we don't do that. Because we just spent so many candies and we didn't even get the one we wanted. But let's do 10 Jigglypuff candy, 10 Ditto candy. Come on. Come on. There we go. 10 Ditto candy. Not the water candy. Let's do... Yeah, let's do Wobbuffet candy. Psychic type candy is always good. And then... Let's do poison candy. That's fine. All right. So this should hopefully give me something good. Not a great success. No. It's way worse than it was last time. Medium fairy type candy. Well, it was one of the ones I threw in there. All right. Last one for today. Jigglypuff candy, 10 more. 10 more Ditto candy. 2, there we go. Ekans, yep. Do that, and Wobbuffet candy. 1, 2, there we go. All right. Come on, dark type candy. Dark type candy. I know it's unlikely, but come on, great success. No. Well, this has been a bad day. Rock type candy again. Why? They better put Terrakion in this game, otherwise those rock candies are gonna go to waste, man. Aw, come on. All right, well, sad day for the Cram-O-Matic, but we tried. We'll have to try again tomorrow. Hopefully things will turn out. Let's go ahead and check this New Moon Day just because I didn't really pay attention last New Moon Day since I was on vacation. So let me refresh myself Of course, it's on all areas. On all days, Darkrai will have a special appearance rate, so maybe we'll see Darkrai tomorrow. That'd be really cool. Ooh, if I could get the 2-star Darkrai, that'd be really cool too. And then Pokemon won't get full easily during the first snack time of the day, and higher shiny chances. So that's really good, really good. And that is, of course, today starting at 4 a.m. until Friday ending at 4 a.m. So the sleep report that we had in today's video did not count. We just got lucky on that Farfetch'd not getting full after 2 biscuits. But yeah. Should be having a good time. But let's see. We'll see if we get that Darkrai. I really want to see Darkrai. We'll see. We're kind of all caught up now. I think we just need to collect our missions, and I think that is all we're gonna do today, because not much else I can do other than sit and wait at this point. But we did get to Master 1, so there's 30 Farfetch'd candy. We used 100 candy, so there's 5 small dream clusters to help pay for it. And then we also got to Ultra 4, so there's another small dream cluster to help pay for it. And we also made it to Master 3, so there's our grub and incense, which, speaking of incense, we got to figure out what we're going to use for tomorrow. To that end, I think I might actually go ahead and buy that bundle just to use that friend incense out of it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I got the diamonds. The bundle's pretty good, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy this small bundle, get my 3 small handy candies back, get some more biscuits and a friend incense. And which one do we want to use? That's the question. I mean, I suppose the grubbin wouldn't be terrible. Although we do have a ton of Aeron incense. We can use those and not really worry about catching it, because we also have plenty of good Aeron too. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll use the Aeron incense. Yeah, New Moon Day, I think I am going to use a friend incense just in case Darkrai spawns. Maybe we can get the Darkrai to be the hungry one. That would be fantastic, but we'll see. So Aeron incense, friend incense, those are the 2. That'll put us at 4 out of 7, so we're well on our way to finishing that mission as long as we remember to continue using them. But I believe that is everything for today. We've finally learned all about Farfetch'd and found out that AAA is the only way to go for me. So yeah. That's what I'm gonna be on the hunt for. So maybe tomorrow, we'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap things up there. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, YT Husky Star, JP Barty, Rogue Bastion, Josh Garrett, and SDK Posse. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel for just $5 a month, you can get early access to the videos every day, as well as some other cool perks by clicking that subscribe plus or that join button right below this video, whichever one YouTube decided it is today. And while you're down there, you can also find in the description links to my live stream channels, as well as to the Discord, where you can come hang out with us and talk about Pokemon Sleep and a bunch of other random stuff. But other than that, y'all have a good night, enjoy the New Moon Day, and until next time, later, dudes.